Hi, I'm Bill.
Megan? Esther?
Kim.
I'm James.
Asbestos and DDT. Once they were deemed safe. Asbestos is used in construction materials. DDT is an insecticide killing insects that carry the malaria and yellow fever disease. Now, they are a risk to human health. Genetically modified foods are foods that contain genetically modified organisms. The consumption of genetically modified foods poses a risk to our health. We can consider genetically modified foods as the infancy to asbestos and DDT. They are present in almost all of our food supply. According to the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, as much as 75% of processed foods in the United States may contain components of genetically modified crops. Even the FDA deemed them safe and approved for human consumption. Let me show you how genetically modified foods poses a risk to our health. Since as much as 75% of processed foods in the United States may contain components of genetically modified crops, essentially you're eating lots and lots of genetically modified organisms. Let us discuss some of the genetically modified crops and how they are modified. These are soy, corn, canola, zucchini, and cow's milk. They are genetically engineered to acquire toxin or produce toxins. Toxin acquirers are called herbicide-resistant crops. Their DNA is altered by injecting a bacterium gene that allows them to survive heavy doses of herbicides. Toxin-producing crops are called Bacillus thuringiensis, BT crops, and the recombinant bovine growth hormone treated cows, RBGH. The BT bacillus is inserted in crop gene to produce BT toxins. These BT toxins are present in plant cells that kills insects once they are eaten, essentially acting as insecticides. The RBGH is injected into cows to increase their milk production. This hormone stimulates the cow's liver to increase IGF-1 levels in their milk. According to the Institute of Responsible Technology, since the early 1990s, the United States government proclaimed that genetically modified foods are no different than their natural counterparts. The FDA even deemed them generally recognized as safe. This status led to genetically modified foods being commercialized without any substantial testing. Essentially, each and every time you eat something that contains genetically modified organisms, you are participating in the largest human study to date. According to Dr. Matthews, the unexpected changes of genetically engineered plants may result in unexpected high concentrations of plant toxicants. Let us discuss, or let me share with you, some of these animal testings that show how dangerous genetically modified foods are. Number 1, the flavor savor tomato is the very first genetically engineered crop. It has been genetically engineered to increase shelf life. And a study conducted by Dr. Call resulted in 7 out of 20 rats produced stomach lesions when fed with GM genetically modified tomato. These lesions could eventually lead to life-endangering, particularly to the elderly, according to Dr. Putzny. Number 2, a study conducted by R. Antonio. Mice that have been fed with genetically modified soybeans resulted in functional and structural changes in their liver. These changes were reversed once he reverted their diets back to non-genetically modified soybeans. Number 3, according to the Russian National Academy of Sciences, in a series of 3 experiments, 51% of offspring from genetically modified soy-fed rats died within the first 3 weeks, compared to 10% from non-genetically modified soy-fed rats. In addition, the size and weight of genetically modified offspring was smaller compared to the non-genetically modified soy-fed rats. Number 4, according to preventcancer.org, the consumption of milk that has been treated with RBGH hormone increases your cancer risk. The resulting IGF-1 from the RBGH is linked to the transformation of breast cancer cells, from breast cells to cancer cells. We don't need any more animal testing to prove to us that genetically modified foods poses a risk to our health. You have a choice. A lot more stores now are offering non-genetically modified foods. Let us discuss your options. Number 1, go organic. Number 2, check the food labels. The USDA stamps a certified organic seal in products that have at least 95% certified organic ingredients. Number 3, stay away from processed foods. Would it taste better if it was fresh? Number 4, look at your local food sources, such as farmers markets. By going non-genetically modified foods, it may be a life-changing event for some of you. However, by purchasing non-genetically modified foods, it would only decrease your risk to your health. Let us recap. Genetically modified foods are genetically engineered to produce toxins or acquire toxins. They are present in almost all of our food supply. Even though they pose a risk to our health, the FDA approved them for human consumption. By purchasing non-genetically modified foods or certified organic, we can prevent those risks from affecting our future health. Do we have to submit ourselves as human guinea pigs? Do we have to wait until a lot of people have toxic reactions from long-term consumption of genetically modified foods? We don't need another asbestos and DDT scenario. You can make the right choice. Purchase organic products. Check the food labels. Stay away from processed foods and shop at your local farmers markets.